Well, first of all, of course you should be able to use the term fireman, and you should be able to use the word firewoman too. I was a policewoman for many years. I was proud to be a policewoman. I'm proud to be a woman. And the fire service is full of excellent, brave men and women, doing their absolutely best to serve us in, very, very difficult circumstances. But I think it's important to say that in this particular case, it's not just about the use of the word fireman. And I'd encourage everybody to read the facts of this case, really, and, the awful sort of misogynistic sort of culture that was reported with regards to this, really. And, it's not even just that, the fire service have got a particular problem, really, and women in the service have faced a torrid time over many years. And there have been many reviews in many areas, including London, even in Somerset, in this case, Dorset.
Well, there was a slightly farcical situation that did happen. It basically declared itself institutionally racist, and then when it was asked why it was racist, they then couldn't answer, which did kind of tie in slightly with the idea that now it was a kind of take the knee scenario where you had to flagellate yourself and say, I'm a racist. And then when someone said, well, have you ever actually said or done anything racist? And you can't give an example. But when it comes to this, now, there was the lady involved, who I won't name, I believe was a former female rugby star. So she's been in a kind of male-dominated rugby environment before that, if you'd like, probably you would imagine playing at clubs and things like that. And then to go into the fire service and then say that the boss should have taken it more seriously, that she was annoyed at the gendered use of the word fireman. I don't know. Do you think it's worth? Do you think it's worth this guy losing his career over that, or not?
I'll be quite plain, Patrick. If it was just over the use of that term, then of course I don't think that. It would be absolutely ridiculous. You should be able to use that phrase. Why shouldn't you use it? Equally, we should be able to use the term woman in the workplace as well. And as we've seen recently with Maxine Croxall on the BBC, that's controversial too. But I think we have to say here that all women generally want in the workplace is a respectful and fair environment to work in. Most women aren't bothered about the use of the term men or women, and it is crazy to think otherwise, and it was by far not the only factor in this case.
Yes, okay. And so do you think that our public services, like the fire brigade, like the police, that they are still a boys' club, are they, do you think, or not really?
Well, I think, if you look at the reviews that have taken place in the fire service, this seems to be a sort of recurrent factor now over many years. Women working in those organisations, going in, seeing their colleagues watching porn around a computer, being subjected to sexual assaults in the workplace and sexual harassment. No woman should be enduring that in the workplace. And I think, most men listening to this as well would agree with that and would not want their female relatives to be subjected to that either. I think that's only... Absolutely. Common sense, but at the same time, in that fair and respectful working environment, we should be able to treat each other with common sense, humanity and respect.